Hey everybody, and welcome into Duly Projected. Wanted to come to you guys to give you kind of a weekend update. We had the debate on Friday night in New Hampshire, and some things went down in New Hampshire over the weekend, so kind of wanted to come to you guys, give you a quick update, let you know what I think, if this impacts polling, voting, and all that stuff. So kind of wanted to go over those things. So let's get into the debate that was Friday night. I did watch it, and honestly, I don't think this changes much as far as what's going on. I still think Biden is reeling from his defeat in Iowa. I think Pete's surging, but, I think Warren and, of course, Bernie, who is predicted to win the state, are still in good position. So in my next video, we're going to take a look at polling, and we're going to just do that, but wanted to come to you guys and update and let you know what I thought of the debate and winners and losers from the debate. Like I said, overall, don't think it changes too much. I think what's going on the ground may have more impact than the actual debate itself, but kind of wanted to give you my thoughts on that. So let's take a look here. And here are the headlines coming out of the debate. Should have made this bigger beforehand, but so nothing too crazy as far as just from the debate itself. This is the first page of Google News. Just kind of wanted to give you an idea there of what was going on. So pretty much I'm going to rank these from bottom to first as far as what you're seeing on the screen here. Tom Steyer, last place finish. He doesn't resonate with me at all, and this is basically all of my opinion. Not really thinking about how the constituents in New Hampshire are, how they feel about these candidates. This is just strictly my opinion. Tom Steyer, last place finish. It didn't even sound to me like he was running. Like he just was up there, telling everybody what they should be doing in their campaigns and how they should beat President Trump. Not really about like what he was going to do, in my opinion. He just sounded like he was preaching up there, very forceful, over the top. Nobody knows you, dude. Like, introduce yourself to people, and so we can find out about your background and like what's your motivation for running. So last place finish for me there. Sadly, I do like Andrew Yang a bit. I just don't like his debate performances. I know the Yang gang's going to come after me, but he gets a 6th place finish. He's just not aggressive enough. And I said this from the first debate. He's got to get in there. He's got to challenge people. And, he had the same old shtick. He has the same old platform, but I've already heard it before. What's different about it? Why is yours better than everybody else's? It seems like he's rehearsed and he has all of these things memorized and he's just splattering off on cue. It doesn't seem like he can just deviate on a whim at any given time. So for that reason, I put him in the 6th spot. In the 5th spot, Elizabeth Warren. I thought she had a great chance to really be, aggressive, really challenge the front runners here, and she kind of let it go. And overall, the debate there wasn't really much new that I heard. And overall, as far as like people challenging other people's positions or what they've said before, or differentiating yourself as why you're better than the other candidate, didn't see a lot of that in this debate. So that was a little disappointing, and that's why I'm grouping the 3rd place finishers with right here Bernie, Pete, and Biden. I think Biden actually did have a good debate performance. However, he is slipping so much, and the same old thing about all of his experience, while that's great, it doesn't tie into like what's his vision for the future. How is he going to beat Trump? Why is he better? Because that's the biggest reason to vote for him, right? Is he has a really high ability to beat Trump. Well, let's go ahead and map that out for people, why you are better. Just didn't see that. I will give him, a plus for being a little bit more aggressive. He did challenge Bernie a little bit about, how are you going to pay for all these plans that you have. Thought that was good. But overall, third place finish for the tie. Bernie, he's consistent. You know what he's going to say, and that's kind of the point. He's consistent and I already know what he's going to say. Nothing new here. Wasn't really on the attack too much. So I thought Bernie kind of played it a little bit safe, but, he is the front runner in this state, so, why shake it up? Why, jeopardize that? So, Mayor Pete, I think he had a decent result, and I think he's getting a lot of mainstream media love. The thing is he had a really poor showing when it came to African Americans in his community arrest in regards to marijuana arrest. Completely lied. Moderator did not let him off the hook there, and a lot of people could have came in for the attack there after the fact, but who ABC had for post-debate coverage, they kind of noted that. It's nobody really came in and punished them for that misstep there. So anyways, I'll give all of them, I guess it would be tied for second place actually, but nothing really stand out. But I do give Amy Klobuchar the win. And the reason I give her the win, she closed remarkably, but she also was a realist. All this stuff they say in the debates, 90% of this stuff is not going to get through a split Congress, a split Senate, any of that. I feel like Amy Klobuchar is a realist in that sense. And she called out a lot of candidates on the stage when they're blowing smoke about their plans and whatnot. And she's just look, how realistic is that, So I think that's good for her. I think there's a lot of voters that do understand that. They get, how at odds Congress and the Senate are and how grounded to a halt it can get. Not much getting done because, the ideological left and right can't play together too well. So that's why I'm giving her the win here. And like I said, overall, I don't think this debate really is going to have a huge impact on Tuesday night's results. But, I had a point here, 2 points there. We'll see. So let's actually look here. I'm going to take a look at each candidate and their headlines from this weekend on Google News. Alright, and let's look at Elizabeth Warren's headlines from the front page of Google News. So, some positive, some negative, some in the middle of the road headlines. Nothing too troubling, really. She's trying to break through. She's kind of in that third spot right now, behind Buttigieg and Sanders. Just trying to break through, and I think she actually did do well in Iowa, so I'm eager to see how Warren does fare in New Hampshire. Now let's take a look at Joe Biden's headlines. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit more about this. We're going to scroll back to the top there. As you can see, this is being recorded on Sunday. This happened today on Sunday at one of his events. So, as you can see, any capital that Joe Biden might have gained from the debate was quickly washed away with his performance in a rally. So, will this hurt him in New Hampshire? I don't know, because he's already reeling, so who knows if this added any more to it. I don't know what a lying dog-faced pony soldier is in reference to. I've watched the video. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Basically, the person was asking, why should we have faith that your campaign is going to redirect and come to the front of the pack, basically, after your Iowa debacle? And, the person said it, and it wasn't too harsh. I mean, had some respect in asking it. I thought it was a fair question. And then he just responds with, "Have you ever been to a caucus?" And then this line. It was just kind of bizarre. Like, instead, he should say, you might. He could have, deflected a little bit and said, "I'm expecting huge results Super Tuesday. I'm expecting huge results here." That would be like the typical politician way to approach that, but kind of got his ego in the way, and it's not a good look for a campaign that's quickly going to a screeching halt here. So let's take a look at some more headlines, and we are looking here at Pete headlines, and I feel like Pete is getting some major mainstream media love. They show that Pete and Bernie's kind of going at it a little bit. Of course, they're the top two, so of course they would be top two candidates. And we'll talk a little bit more about Pete's strategy and how a lot of commentators have said that he put a lot of his eggs in his basket for Iowa and New Hampshire as a strategy to catapult him in other states that he's not polling too well in, specifically a lot of Super Tuesday states. So it's going to be interesting if this strategy pays off for him, and we'll go a little bit more in detail when I do a polling video, so stay tuned for that. And here is the Bernie Sanders headlines. And pretty much, it's a lot of Sanders and Buttigieg are kind of like paired in a lot of these headlines because they are the top two, as far as everybody's consensus for at this time. So they're getting a lot of, a lot of the spotlight is on them together. So in these headlines, you don't really see anything negative, positive, neutral. It's basically all neutral in my mind. No, not too many spin articles for both of them, but so it is going to be interesting to see. I hope to see you in the next video. I will be doing a prediction video for New Hampshire, and we will be taking a look at a lot of poll data and a lot of movement in the polls to predict the race there. So I will see you on that one, and I hope you all have a good evening, night, or morning whenever you're watching this, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.